Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Uh, so, the last couple of videos, you've seen all of the characters being broke down and possible combos and stuff for them to be able to use, right? But I didn't explain what, like, the HUD means, way that game working, and like some of the smaller elements that people won't know. So, first thing we're doing is going over the map right now. What this map does is, during the game, actually cancel. First, we're going to be going over the stages of the game, right? So, there is technically three stages. So, there is the waiting to start area, like right here. Everyone's confined to this little area. In a Black Spirit enclosure is gonna keep you relatively close to here. And once the game has got almost like anywhere between like 30 and 40 players, you'll turn into like a little Black Spirit ball and it'll shoot you in the air in whatever direction you're looking. You can use this to kill people early, by the way. So like if you know that there's somebody who you don't like and they happen to get in your same lobby and you want to like early if you can, like troll them a little bit, like get behind them and like follow their little Black Spirit ball. I do it all the time. It's kind of trolly. But it shoots you in the air and then you land. Now, whenever you're in that Black Spirit ball, you can hold shift and space and you can use your arrow key and move like you normally would be able to. And then one thing that I personally love about this game is it's before the Black Star, and it's called it's like a grace period. So have you ever loaded into like a battle royale kind of like this, or any other kind like Apex Legends or Fortnite, and you load in, you jump off the bus, and then you land somewhere really bad, and then you're like, boom, instantly shot with a shotgun. Cool. If you're within the first 4 minutes, and there's a timer up there in the top left that tells you you're within the first 4 minutes of the game, and they'll tell you, it'll be like Black Star isn't like 3 minutes till Black Star or whatever. You get, in 10 seconds, you get a respawn. It'll turn you into another little black ball, it'll shoot you in the air, and it'll get you away from the person that killed you. That way, maybe somebody else can kill them, A, or B, you can get enough gear to come back later and kill them. Never know. You might run into them late game. And I have used this ability, not really ability, but I've used this mechanic multiple times because like I have bad luck on the map in that I never get spawned or I never land spawn close to the Shadow Lord. So sometimes I'll level up as once, twice, maybe 3 times or 4, and then I'll go find someone as quick as I can. As soon as I see where the Shadow Lord is, I'll have them kill me, and then I'll try my best to get the little black ball to get me way closer to the Shadow Lord, so I have a chance at killing it early and then snowballing the game to get the win. Now, you don't always go the direction you're going like you do at the start, but it does help, and it does allow you to get in the air and like zoom faster. Like, and go further than you would ever be able to run in that short amount of time before the, what's it called? The Shadow Lord? Yeah, the Shadow Lord spawns. And then there's the time after 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the end of the game. It will tell you, Black Star has spawned, or Black Star is awakened, or something like that after 4 minutes. And it'll say, revives are no longer possible. So what that means is that if you die after that time, at least in solos, you can die. I haven't played any team play yet. I'm playing that later tonight with a friend. I got him the key earlier, and he downloaded the game yesterday, and we're supposed to play today. So, I'm not sure if there's revives in duos. But, at least in solos, after 4 minutes, you die, you exit, you leave, you start over. Game's over. So, that's the stages of the game. Now we're gonna go over like what you see by talking. Oh, there's 12 people in. All right. So in the top left, I wish that I could highlight this. I have it on display mode, but it doesn't show the pointer on the screen for some reason. But in the top left, you'll see a couple of things. You will see participants. It will usually say blank slash out of 40 or out of how many ever people were there at the start of the game. Like mine says right now 12 out of 10, which this is in the practice area. There's only supposed to be 10, I guess, per little practice thing, but they don't care. So it's whatever. But like while you're loading in, it'll let you know about how much longer you have. Like if you have 15 people in your lobby, yeah, you got time to go get a drink before they hit like the 30, 35 people mark. Right? Cool. So it'll tell you that, and that's also where you'll find your time. Your times, your important times to know stuff. Like the black star. And then on the left side, above the chat, above my little follower icon, is where you'll see whenever people kill people or if you get the kill. Also, on the left side is your kill count. Really cool. It's in red diamond. But on the left side, above my little follower mark, you'll see your it'll have other people's kill count or a kill marker, and it'll tell you who's killed who, how many kills they got, all sorts of that stuff. And underneath that, you'll have the global chat, which I don't really use. I don't pay attention to it at all. It's kind of useless, in my opinion. It's not that useful yet. Maybe later they'll do something that'll make it interesting. And then, obviously in the very center of your screen is your character. Yeah. And then underneath your character, immediately at his feet, the orangish little swirly red to peach, red to orange bar. That's your current HP pool. Underneath that, the tiered pool is your stamina. And then starting from the left, that tells you what your abilities are. So you hold control, it tells you what your 1, your 2, your 3, 4 does. In case you forget, it lets you know. Plus, that's how you have to level them up in this game. I think maybe they'll make it a little more simple in leveling it up. In that whenever you push control, you don't stop what you're doing to level up an ability. Because in fight, if you stop, pretty much dead. Right next to that, you'll see a 308 attack, with AP in parentheses. What that AP means is, as you find items in the world, they will increase your attack power. And on the other side, on the far right, you'll see defensive power. Those are how much stronger you are going to hit and attack with all of your abilities. And then the defensive power is how much tankier you're going to be and how much you can receive in taking all of other people's abilities. In the middle of that, you see your, what I call, it's like your little inventory loadout thing, which, because I'm in practice, it doesn't give me chests or anything else to get equipment. See those two gray things. It shows you the quality of what you have and what you're missing whenever you're in game. So you don't have to sit there and hit I and be like, oh, I need a ornamental knot, I need a helmet, and I need more gold. Like it literally tells you what you need at the bottom, and it tells you the quality. So like if you have the Dragon Slayer's gloves, I think is what they are. If you have those, it'll show it bright yellow like your stamina bar, and then you'll see it in the little glove slot at the bottom. So you don't have to pop up your I menu. It also tells you like the quality of your weapons and all of that stuff. Next to that, you see your Q, you see your E, and then to the right side of that, you'll see your inventory. Your inventory here can consist of many different things. Most of the time, you'll start with, I believe, 5 health potions, which are be in your Z slot. You'll start with 1. I don't remember the name of it. I call it like a speed potion, that it makes you go zoom faster. We'll call it a speed potion for now. I don't remember what it's called. Alright, well, it doesn't say. Speed potion, and then you'll find other items to take up the C and V spot. Like you can find sandwiches that'll heal you. but you stop while you're eating them, which sucks, so keep that in mind. And then for your V, you can find stun traps, you can find matchlocks. Oh, and then that reminds me, since we're on the topic of the matchlocks, you'll also be able to find silver and like gold piece kind of, or bronze piece. So for every single monster that you find out in the real map, kill, you get 1 whole silver. Wow, 1 silver. Alright, now people are like, but how do I get better items and take them out with me? They all cost 100. Well, while you're out on the map, you'll see these little bitty tiny goblins. And they're called thief goblins. And they thief silver. And what do you do to a thief goblin? You go up and you hit him and you kill him and you take all of his silver. Because those little buggers right there can hold anywhere between 50 and 100 silver. And then there is also little bitty chest-like things all over the map that you can kill with 1 auto, and you can pick up their stuff. Some of those have a chance to, they're all over the map and in structures and all over, and you'll see them almost anywhere you land within probably 100 meters of you. So those can have anywhere between 10 to 50. And like we said, I have you can find matchlock, which is a gun, and that gun can do anywhere between, like, it's around 2,000 damage for a direct hit, and it goes through their armor, which is the important thing. It goes through armor, and then it knocks them down, which allows you to aggress them even more. So if you shoot them with the matchlock, run, catch up to them, and then do your melee waylay combo. Hop on their head, you know? And then there's the map. Fairly simple to understand. So around the map, look on the top right portion, there are blue circles. Those blue circles indicate altars to kill. Now, you can go up to those altars at any point in time during the game, right? At any point in time. And what they'll do is they don't do anything until you kill what's known as the Shadow Lord. The Shadow Lord is a big guy that's like 3 to 4 times your size and often has purple and black or purple and red or red and black in him. Kind of like that, but he's like huge and he punches you and he hurts and he does a lot of damage. Anyways, you defeat that guy, right? So you defeat the Shadow Lord, and he allows you, by going to these things, if you do it fast enough, he allows you to go to these ancient altars, as they're called. And then once you're there, it tells you what they do. It kind of gives you a hint by the pictures a little bit. Not a whole lot of help though. So the don't know is obviously random. There's no way of knowing what that one is. The Layton, which I don't think they have released yet in this beta. They might, but last I heard they were doing private rooms and private testing, and they would create their own little miniature rooms to bring people in and try the Layton. But think of it like a kind of like a mech warrior in anime. Like, you get inside of it and you can control it, and it has its own little thing. Next, you'll see Elixir of Life. Looks like a little potion bottle. What that one does is it heals you. It can instantly recover you for 8,000 HP, and it doesn't share a cooldown with the regular potion, right? So how cool is that you can heal for 8,000? My health pool is 10,000. So somebody's coming at me and I have that, I pop it and boom, look at me now. Guess what? Come at me, bro. You ain't killing this. It's like a free second health life, like a free second life bar. And then after that, there is called the Brilliant Enlightenment. What the Brilliant Enlightenment does is kind of interesting in that it gives you 5, not 1, 2, or 3, or 4, but 5 skill points. And as you know, each one of these level up compounding. So it's 1, 2, 3 skill points, 1, 2, 3 skill points, so on and so forth. So say that this one's at 1, and this one's at 1, and this one's at 2, and this one's at 1, and then you can upgrade them all the way, the rest of the way. Oh, you can't. I lied. My math sucks. But you get the idea. So that takes 2. That one takes 1, 2, 1. You can almost finish them off. But it gives you 5 skill points. 5. That's why it's so important to get that first Shadow Lord, so that you can start wandering around the map and start taking these things. Alright, next one is really interesting in that it's the Goddess Blessing. What the Goddess Blessing does is it increases your AP and your DP, both of them. Not one or the other. Not you pick or they pick random, but both by 150 for 5 minutes. Can you imagine getting Goddess Blessing right before the final circle and then going into that final circle ready to kill people with 150 extra AP and DP? Like, what? Those things are OP. Alright. Next is the Allel's Eye. Allel's Eye. So what do you think of whenever you think of eyes, right? What do you think? I think I like to see things, right? So what that is uh-oh. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah. Ayel's eyes, Owl's eyes, whatever. It allows you to see incoming enemies. I think it's from like 100 meters away. Nope. I don't know if it actually has a marker limitation on it. I know it's just like if they're really close to you. But you can see them on the mini-map. And the mini-map, by the way, is in the upper right-hand portion of the map. Or of the screen. So like underneath the area where you see the microphone and the headset, that's where your mini-map is going to be located. Very helpful for spotting out things on the map, such as the Shadow Warlord or the Field Relic Towers, other stuff that is like that. So, since we're now talking about Field Relic Towers, I don't exactly know what they do. I couldn't find out what they do, and I've never been able to get one. So, once we discover that, we'll do a little impromptu and probably add it to the video, alright? So, the next thing that you will see is the red dragon. Now, the red dragon you are able to see anywhere on the map. Whenever you're there, you can see him when he's flying across the map. You can see him anywhere. What that does is he stops and he lands. He doesn't really land, he stays in the air. And he breathes his fire breath. You get the red dragon's offering, which is how you summon the red dragon, by the way. It has like a very small % chance. I've never had it given at all. But you can get the red dragon's offering by killing monsters. It's got like a small chance. I'm talking like less than 1%. Probably, knowing Pearl Abyss, it's gotta be somewhere around there. So it's got a very small % chance, and once you summon it, it swoops in from the air, and it starts breathing fire in the near the location that you dropped it. It engulfs the area in flames and it kills almost everything in the air. It does not have friendly fire turned off, so if you use it, it still has a chance to kill you. So there is that. So like if say I summon the dragon and I tell it come right here, and I just stay here and I watch it, breathes fire on me, I'm dead. So it's like what? Yeah, don't stand in the way. If you're gonna have it, you're gonna call it, use it. Use it for some sort of reason. All right, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna explain how to get started in the games, and moving. So here's the main menu. At the top right, you see your current silver count and what I'm assuming is going to be pearls. It's going to be their in-game currency bought with real money. And you see your nickname and you see your little symbol. You can left click it and you can change it to all sorts of different. I don't know how to bring it up individually yet. You'll see your power button and you'll see which exits from the game, and then your cog, which is your settings. Normal stuff, right? All right, so we're going to go over the top portions that we can. We're going to start with storage. So whenever you win or lose a game, it doesn't matter, you're allowed to bring with you one random piece of equipment. It gives you 3 choices. And if you don't like those 3 choices, like say you got all 3, the elixir of swiftness, those speed potions that I was talking about. Say that all 3 of those are that. You can pay 100 silver to refresh the item lists, and it gives you something different to choose from. I guarantee you that I've probably spent probably like 2,000-3,000 gold trying to get out all of these all together. Well, not that. Like these and like those. Like, I didn't get most of those in the first little set that I had. I had to like literally re-roll and re-roll and re-roll and then extract it with me whenever I came. And what this does is whenever you go to start a game, you can bring in one piece with you that usually activates by killing monsters or killing chests or something like that, and then you are able to equip said item. Rank obviously shows you just rank in the world. Right now, I am up 100, I guess. Ha ha ha. Skills. I did just find this out today. So your skills are interesting. I don't know how far you'll be able to increase your skills. What I do know is that every time you play a character, you get mastery points, and eventually once this reaches a 100, you'll get a mastery level, and then you'll get more skill stones. And then your skill stones allow you to alter damage. If I start on the left and add on damage, or it's small percentage, like less than 3%. But I don't know how much this will be able to be advanced. I say maybe max 2 per character at the most. Because if you start allowing 5 or 6 people to be able to go in and just, you know, like pick this and like, oh, I can do this. And if whenever I do this, I can just play this one character or a lot of other characters a little bit, and then I can upgrade this character a lot. And then there's no limit on how much you can do this. You're going to have like the top, say, 20% of the people who have these at plus 25% or whatever. So that's why you have to watch this and limit this amount closely. If you don't, it could get really out of whack really fast. So this is what I wasn't curious about, that you have to I think you have to have all of these done before you can go back a second time, so I haven't had the chance to get enough of those yet. So there's that. And then we're back into the main menu. Here's where you see your hero mastery locked things, which means that there's probably more characters to come. Here's your badge for how well you're doing. It goes, what is it? It goes. 1 second. I know that. It goes to. I think. All right. So it goes. Like, I'm very low rank. Don't you judge me. All right. So it goes. It goes like, I don't know. It goes like restricted, unrestricted, which is like the very lowest, like right whenever you make an account. And then it goes to Goblin, which is where I'm at. After that, it goes to an Orc badge. Then it goes to an Ogre badge, which Ogre badge looks really cool. Then it goes to Griffin badge, and then it goes to Dragon, and then Dragon's top tier. I don't know how you get that high, but I'm not. Alright. So, here is the breakdown of the game. Solo. Should be pretty obvious, but not always. Fortunate. Solo. It's you by yourself. Teams. The thing that I have learned about teams is, according to this, you can have up to 2 members. So I guess you can have 3 people. 3 people in a match. That's it. So from what I'm reading, it looks like you can have 3. Parties of 3, greater than parties of 2, but I really wish that they would have duos and then trios separately. In trios, you would have like 60. In duos, I wish that you would have like 80. That way that you have the same amount of teams, same amount of people per quota going in as like duos as you do trios and everything else. Or teams, rather. And then, like, you can still, like, between, like, 60 and 80, that's whenever you go off on the duos. And then between 45 and 60, that's when you go off on the trios or whatever. Something like that. I don't know. I don't make the game, but I don't think that 3s should be allowed in places where there's 2s. Like, I think that they should have their own queue, but that's just me. This is where you play. Main menu, we already went over. There's chat, players, friends list, add friends. Oh. Alright. Then play. So like we said, this is where you select your character. Then you'll pick an item if you so choose to have an item go in with you. If you don't, just hit next. It won't fill in an item. You won't lose that item whenever you go in, and then you don't have to worry about bringing it out. Alright, and like we said, participants is on the top left. You won't be able to see a whole lot this time, because the map I don't think spawns until later. But we went over everything. I'm gonna go the video until I take off and then I land so that you can see everything. That was an accident. So that you can see everything as ended or whatever. You can also practice against people in the duel area or the starting area, but this will help be able to see the circles and whenever it starts moving in and all that stuff. Yeah. See if I can try and figure out skilled ever. So it's like a sealed relic. I don't remember what that was. Oh, the good old cues, huh? All right. Oh, that's pretty much it. I mean, right before the match, in case you're having any difficulty, they do make it pretty easy for you in that they give you a refresher on all of the controls that are on the right-hand side here. Like, sometimes you'll forget what to do. But yeah, like that. I think that that's very kind since I'm coming mainly from doing console. Um, the controller thing is really nice. I guess whenever you're doing teams, you collect things in your bag and drop them. So like shift left click here and you can drop it. But I can't drop anything right now, so it's whatever. So I guess whenever you're doing teams, you can drop gear so you can like hoard all your gear. Also, to be noted, there is different tiers of gear. It goes from white to green to blue, yellow to orange. So white is basic. It takes, I think, 3 whites to equal a green piece of armor for the same kind, and it'll upgrade itself. And then 3 pieces of the green same armor and then you upgrade that to the blue. And then I don't know about the blue going into yellow because I've always found mine. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it starts with 30. So I'm gonna go in the direction. I've always found my yellows, and then I've always killed the Shadow Lord. So here you get to see exactly where the circles are, circling, and you get to see that like where these things are. So like if you go, you get the first shadow guy. Like if you hold shift right now, you can go super fast. You can also jump in the air, right? But it's also so that it didn't do it. But that's it. I guess I could show you the Shadow Lord on the map, I guess. So we'll wait until the Shadow Lord spawns, and then I will jump off, and I'll bid you all farewell. Pretty. That's white piece here. And as you can see, the top right is your map. Like basically a little mini map. Not all of the battle royales actually give you a mini map, so I thought that was really nice and really helpful, especially whenever the map is kind of big. See, I already found a blue weapon, better than what I have. These are those little things that give you 1 silver every time you open one. And as you saw, whenever I equipped those shoes, they filled up the bottom slot, so I don't have to be like, I'm missing. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a helmet. You can see it at the dude. I'm probably dead here. All right. All right, we're run towards this. All right. So, as you can see, if I keep running this way and I push the tab, you'll be able to see where the Shadow Warlord is. Gives you that huge buff. Then he's actually pretty strong, especially early. I don't know if we'll be able to get there in time. But you can also see the grace period on the top left, like I was talking about. And, charging up her shots, and that's what I was talking about. Why I don't like the, can't hit her very. He didn't spawn, or he said he's already dead. So anyways, that's the up until the grace period. And then the red circle tells you where you ought not be. And play the game. Alright. So, there you go. I hope that you have all found this video to be extremely helpful. I liked it. I hope that you did the same. So with that, farewell guys. I hope I win this game. I'll see you out there. Shadow Arena.